Hello, and welcome to this YouTube premiere. I'm very glad you are joining us today. My name is Ian McGann, and together with my colleague Simona Ottaiano, we will walk you through the new updates and features we have developed for you in SimCenter Test Lab 2021.2. Before we dive into all the news and innovations, I'd like to share with you why we are so motivated and driven to keep developing and advancing SimCenter Test Lab. This release is a result of hard work of many talented engineers located in multiple countries, united by a passion for making physical testing more efficient and innovative. Due to the current challenges faced across all industries, such as growing product complexity, increased product variance, and customer expectation, the development teams are under pressure to bring products to the market in a record time and cost savings. Very often, they need to work with disconnected tools and processes, including inconsistent processing methods between test and simulation. Our goal is to empower test and validation teams with the tool set that will help them to overcome these challenges and achieve higher testing efficiency, resulting in time and cost savings. We are on a mission to innovate and accelerate product development by creating a working environment that merges test and simulation together in order to take control of the product attributes much earlier in the development cycle. And the latest SimCenter Test Lab 2021.2 release validates this strategy. In this release, you will experience significant advancements in 4 areas: vehicle NVH prediction with virtual prototype assembly, advanced operational NVH testing, simplified and more effective collaboration, comparison, and reporting, and productive testing in harsh and demanding environments. And now, I'd like to give the word to Simona, who is our expert in virtual prototype assembly. Simona, what is this technology all about?
Thank you, Ian. Hello, I'm Simona Ottaiano and I'm part of the business development team for the automotive industry. And it's my honor to present you the main highlight of the release, Vehicle NVH Prediction with SimCenter Test Lab Virtual Prototype Assembly. We acknowledge the current challenges that automotive OEMs are facing. They must handle the increased system complexity, multiplied by an extensive number of product variants. Think of numerous vehicle configuration customers can form. They can select between different bodies, tire, and drive ranging from traditional combustion engine to full electric motor. And this is another point. Automotive OEMs are expanding their portfolio towards electrified drivelines, which requires new NVH approaches and engineering strategies. And of course, the development teams are under time and budget saving pressures. For this reason, building a prototype of each vehicle variant is not an option anymore. And this is where virtual prototype assembly comes into play. This technology marks another achievement in merging test and simulation, as they combine test and simulation component models. It allows engineers to create and assemble vehicles in a virtual environment from separate component models and assess the NVH performance of all those components working together. The component models can come from test data or simulation data. Essentially, it's about front-loading vehicle-level component NVH testing into the development process in order to make change as early as possible. The key to this is component-based transfer path analysis, where engineers test each component to characterize the noise and vibration source. With this source component description, you can build up a library and use in a modular way with other vehicle components. In this way, you can virtually assemble the entire vehicle and predict NVH performance. This approach empowers the team to take control of the NVH in much early development stages. The virtual prototype assembly in SimCenter Test Lab 2021.2 makes this technology accessible and easy to use for anybody in your team, with robust and fail-safe embedded processes. We hope that you will appreciate the intuitive user interface to build a vehicle assembly and the flexibility to easily exchange the components to evaluate them quickly. Also, this technology accelerates vehicle development by enabling different teams across the world to cooperate and work unitedly on joint projects. Moreover, with this solution, you can build a solid OEM supplier cooperation framework based on objective data and requirements.
The next significant portion of improvements you will find is in SimCenter Test Lab Neo software. As you may know, SimCenter Test Lab Neo enables you to easily evaluate, analyze, report, and share test and simulation results. With SimCenter Test Lab, you can maximize your efficiency and achieve engineering insights even when handling large volumes of data. The increasing number of design variants puts pressure on NVH and sound quality engineers in development and validation teams. They must deliver test results faster and in a more efficient way. Regardless of their level of expertise, engineers need tools that help them achieve better results more quickly while maintaining the same level of quality and confidence in their analysis and methods. SimCenter TestLab includes new advanced audio replay and sound quality analysis extensions. To simplify and accelerate your testing projects, SimCenter TestLab Neo 2021.2 Process Designer provides new filtering and selection options based on vehicle operating conditions. You can filter and select only the data or segments recorded under specific operating conditions. And that's not all. Now you can even set up selection automation based on the defined operating conditions. And as the next step, you can use it in a procession sequence SimCenter TestLab Process Designer. Imagine a situation. You, as an NVH engineer, record some data for your project, and you need just specific segments. For example, when your product was operating under a particular condition, such as a specific speed, RPM, and so on. SimCenter TestLab Neo Process Designer supports automated validation of test conditions, as well as free drive scenarios for controlled testing. As a second step, you can validate the data in a quick and iterative way, tracking selected parameters. The software then evaluates the effect of order pass and stop filters on any replayable signal. And you can quantify the psychoacoustic relevance using, for example, the new hearing model tonality maps. Once you validate and assess the recorded data, SimCenter TestLab Process Designer provides you with automated conditional processing using smart segment selection to break up long measurements based on annotation channels or measured values. Then you can separate identified segments. The checks method validates the adherence to the requested target operating condition. For example, the smart segment selection will thus limit the calculation of coherence and frequency response functions to data segments with sufficient stable speed conditions. Another feature I'd like to mention is a simplified buildup of your models. With this release, you can assemble the test geometry, importing and merging existing TestLab geometries, finite element files, or STL files. You can manage multiple geometries in one project. SimCenter TestLab 2021.2 offers flexibility in selecting measurement nodes from existing topology representations and transferring the information of such nodes to the active geometry used in the test preparation. As a result, you can visualize the measurements on any of the source geometries to enhance the interpretation of the results at a component or assembly level.
There are also important updates in SimCenter TestLab Desktop and Data Management. As you probably know, SimCenter TestLab Data Management provides a fast and easy comparison of measurements, analysis, and simulation results of multiple test items across test sites. It's a really powerful tool to make the best possible use of SimCenter TestLab data organization, visualization, and reporting capabilities. We are happy to announce that with this release, you can scale up the data backend using an ASAM-ODS database in SimCenter TestLab Data Management. In such a configuration, you can publish data together with context information according to a customizable data model. What's more, you can make this data accessible in a structured way to peer users, colleagues across departments, and even suppliers and customers. All stakeholders can now search for the data based on engineering properties and context information in an ASAM-ODS standardized way. For publication and the searching of data, SimCenter TestLab Data Management interacts with the Peak ODS server software from our partner Peak Solution, supporting the latest ASAM standard and database such as Oracle and SQL Server. The configuration is robust against network interruption when transferring data. Engineering can thus use SimCenter TestLab for both local LMS projects and central data, such as ASAM-ODS standard compliant dataset. And they can evaluate, analyze, report, and share test and simulation results with their team, maximizing efficiency and providing engineering insight, even with large volumes of data. The nice thing about the link to the ASAM-ODS is that you can also find the SimCenter TestLab reports, so they're also stored centrally. Another nice feature is that it dynamically extends this report to compare previous available results with the newly published data in the central ASAM-ODS database. Maybe a side note, a SimCenter Test Lab report is a smart document with embedded data queries and a pre-formatted multi-page graphical layout. This means that when your colleague opens such a document, they will see all display automatically filled with the correct curves based on the embedded queries. They can easily add new data for comparison or correlation. These new data links can serve to complete the original report or create a new one for further distribution. From my experience, I need to say these interactive reports are very powerful and essential to have a good team conversation. They bring a lot of clarity in difficult discussion. Ian, will you share with us the last release updates?
Sure. Thank you, Simona. Maybe you know about our SimCenter SCADAS OS. It is the latest member of our SimCenter SCADAS data acquisition hardware we introduced earlier this year. It is a dedicated solution designed for test engineers facing the challenge of reliable testing under demanding conditions. Developing off-highway vehicles often results in testing during extreme conditions, such as high and low temperatures, moisture, mud, dust, and vibration levels. With pressure on deadlines, operational data collection campaigns need to be optimized from start to end, despite the harsh environments. SimCenter Test Lab 2021.2 is the first release that supports the brand new SimCenter SCADAS OS rugged data acquisition system, optimized for productive multi-physics data collection in harsh environments in off-highway market. SimCenter Test Lab provides you with the software to confidently execute demanding test campaigns, preparing instrumentation, setting measurement parameters, and monitoring data collection on any device. There are two software environments you can work with. You can start testing projects using the SimCenter Test Lab 2021.2 to do your test configuration, your sensor selection, your channel list, the test settings, and to proceed with the data collection with the time data workbook. At the same time, you can access SimCenter SCADAS OS with a web app. This app allows you to change the settings on the channels and monitor the data operating conditions from any device. With this, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this quick tour of the new updates and features that we have developed for you in SimCenter Test Lab 2021.2. We hope that this new release will empower you to be successful in your testing projects and effectively overcome many of the present-day challenges. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment in the chat window or contact us. For more information, you can visit our website where you will find our release blog posts. The links are in the description box. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more news on SimCenter Test Lab.